I did grow up in the Valley. I was born and raised, graduated from Athens High School. Then I went away to Scranton where I did my bachelor's and then my first master's degree. And then I moved to Boston for a couple of years, worked in exercise, nutrition. Then I moved home for a bit, didn't plan to stay, but here we are. And then I did my second master's while I was already employed by Guthrie. Actually, right now, my hobbies do pertain a lot of my family. So my husband and son do race dirt bikes, so we are on the go a lot. My daughter plays soccer. So personally though, we do have a gym in the basement and that's like my zone. So it's my time before everybody's up, before anybody needs anything. And I do enjoy exercise. Obviously you don't spend this much time going to school for this without enjoying it. But it's one of my favorite things to start the day with and then before we're out and running. It's funny, growing up, couldn't wait to get out, which I think is very common amongst, small town when you grow up that way. And then when I lived, in a little bit smaller city, then a big city, coming home, I didn't necessarily plan to stay, but now having children, I can't imagine raising them anywhere else. It's nice having that hometown, where everybody knows each other. Now having 2 young children, I honestly can't imagine doing it without family support because that plays a huge role. I don't know if I could be so successful professionally if I didn't have all that family support. So I always enjoyed playing sports, always liked working out, lifting weights. When I went away to school, I actually thought, I want to be an orthopedic surgeon. Always loved some kind of sports aspect. I also was raised by a surgeon and a nurse, and I always loved being in a clinical setting. That was always kind of drawn to. But as soon as I got to school, exercise science was kind of a newer major, but I fell in love with it. So I changed my plan, but it kind of spoke to me. It just came very easily, and it's always something I've gravitated towards. So since I've been 18 years old, my whole focus has been exercise, nutrition. And I think the nutrition piece plays well too, because personally, I love to cook, and I probably love to eat more than most people. So it kind of goes really nicely together, but it's just, I don't even think it just kind of found me. And a lot of times I try to bring my experiences, as a working full-time mother. I do have 2 children. I have a medically complex child who came with a lot of health issues. So how do you navigate a career? How do you navigate home life? But still try to keep yourself healthy as well, because I can't take care of everybody else if I couldn't take care of myself first. And that takes a lot of work and a lot of practice. So I try to use my experiences to help others. I love to continue to learn and grow. So I'm one of those people, I have a lot of energy. I also don't have the best attention span. So if I'm not constantly being challenged in new projects, then I get very stagnant. So I've been doing a lot more sports nutrition with local athletes, and that's honestly, it's always been my baby because it goes hand in hand with what I love, sports, nutrition, and I'd love to see more of that grow. I'd also like to continue to see how we manage patients with obesity grow as well. There's still so many barriers that we face that hopefully by us doing what we do, we can continue to knock those barriers down.